Alright, hello there, people of the internet. I made a video not too terribly long ago about how I had this Enfield, this number one Mark III that was, um, well, it's haunted. Like, it does things. It does things, and things have been happening in this house that have not happened since, like, before I brought this thing in. And I was just over here recording, right? And I heard like a it, okay, I heard first off somebody started talking in this particular room that I'm in, right? And I heard it like audibly with my own ears. So I was like, "Okay, I'm going to go get this thing." Now it's stopped. Come back. There we go. It was flickering like crazy earlier. Can you make this flicker anymore? Like, just come over near it and touch it. But I heard talking in this room, right? I have a machine shop built into my garage over here, and I had the Enfield in there, and I was doing some work to it, like repairing the wood and doing all of the things, right? And while I had my Enfield in there, I had it hooked to a freaking vise. And whenever I went in the next morning, it was out of the vise and leaned up against the wall. And I was the only one home that night, and I did not move that. And I probably should have, like, okay, there we go. We're getting some stuff starting to pop up now. I have heard things moving around in the house, specifically, like, it sounds like chair movement. And I spend a lot of time here alone. It sounds like I have like chairs or something moving outside in these various rooms that are inside of this house. And oh, there we go. That was a good one. But it sounds like I got various chairs moving around the house. And then I'll go out there and I'll look around and there will be like nothing. But it seems like whatever room that Enfield is in, and I think I got it back. Actually, I got it right there. I just heard something. So you guys hear that? The fuck was that? I pointed at it and I think it moved. You guys heard that, right? I pointed at the Enfield and it moved. It's in like my pile of yeah, it's right there at the end. It's in my pile of guns right there. Right next to the Pikachu book bag. Oh, okay. Alright, can you come over here and make this thing, like, flicker? You were just doing that really well. But, like, every now and then, it comes in waves. It's a non-consistent thing. Like, right now we got nothing. But sometimes I'll just be hanging out, and then I'll get, like, goosebumps. And I'm like, I'm not cold. There's nothing going on here. And I'll feel, like, static in the air. And then whenever something happens, like, it just, you can feel the mood in the air shift. Like, right now there's nothing. I feel fine. Okay, alright. We got some kind of flickerage going on again. But I still feel fine. Like, I don't feel anything going on here. And I want that to change. Do something to make that change. Come over here and make this flicker, knock something over, make a noise, move something around. Can you move the actual Enfield again? It. I wish I had the camera pointing that way. Hopefully it popped up on audio and you guys were able to hear it. But, yeah, right now it's just dead. But people were asking me for an update on the haunting from my rifle. And for the most part, like, when things happen, it's quick. It just like pops up, and most of the time I don't have the means to be able to put anything on camera because it's like a movement or noise or a voice or something like that, and then it's done. And like, oh, okay. But I was over here filming. Like, right now I was just doing some filming with the guns behind me, and I had noticed, actually, kind of feel something over here. I had noticed that while I was doing that, there was some things that were making noise in the room. Now there's absolutely nothing. Maybe if I go towards the rifle. Guys, my camera battery just died. Like, my full camera battery just died, and I had some people telling me that like, is something that ghosts do. This thing was full, and it died. and I've never seen my battery on this GoPro that I use regularly just die. This thing right here just went up to the yellow while I had it sitting there. And this is what I mean. Like, there'll be nothing going on. And then it'll pop up. While the camera was dead, while that died, I walked over there to my computer area. Oh boy, hold on. This thing is just going nuts right now. I walked over there to my computer area, and I grabbed a battery, and I put it into my GoPro here. And have you guys ever, like, seen any of the paranormal shows where you get, like, a ghost orb that appears on camera? One of those popped up right on my shirt, and it smacked my door right there. While I was right there, it smacked my door with such force that it was audible. I heard a thud. I thought that, like, a moth or a bug had flown off of me, and it landed on that thing. And that's where I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then this thing right here started going haywire, and my camera was dead. I couldn't record it. We got a couple of little blips there at the end, but I tried my best to get that up and going as quick as I could. And this right here is, this is just what we got. Ah, there it is again. All right, cool. Like, there's nothing here. If there was any electronic anything here, then this would be constantly going. Like, if I take this over to my computer area here, and I put this by my computer, you're gonna see that it goes off. Like, that's what electricity does to this thing. And out here, there's nothing. So with it set right here, it should, like, that proves that it works. The fact that I had it pressed up against that thing, that proves that this thing works. And there's nothing here that should be making it go off the way that it is, except for that rifle right there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go get that rifle. I'm gonna go grab it. Do you want me to do that? You better make this thing go haywire if you want to stop me. And now we got no movement. Alright, make this thing flicker a bunch if you want me to go grab it. It just, I guess it's indifferent on this. Okay. Now, I'm gonna bring you guys with me, because I'm sure not gonna come over here to the rifle without the camera, at least. Here it is. Yeah, this thing right here, this particular one. I don't know what the heck's going on with it, but there's something going on with it. And we have seen that multiple times. And I'm a military surplus collector. As you guys have seen, I got a bunch of stuff. And nothing that I've brought into this house has ever done this. And it's awesome. Like, this is a really, really cool experience. Me being able to mess around with this thing. I guess all the voices that I've heard, maybe I'll get something on camera at some point. But I guess, like, all the voices I've heard, I'm not sure if they're in a different language, but they're, like, not loud enough for me to really hear them. There's nothing real specific going on with any of the anything. Actually, that's a dog. Why is the dog barking? Actually, a little hilarious tidbit. In this room, up in the ceiling, like right at ceiling level, a little bit lower, there was the sound of a fart. Like a loud, long fart. I was here alone, right? And the fart drifted from one end of the room to the other before it faded away. And it was, I won't lie, it was the most hilarious thing ever. And if I was a ghost, then that's probably the kind of prank nonsense that I would pull. See, I feel fine again. I feel like nothing's happening. I guess we'll watch and see if my camera just suddenly randomly dies. But yeah, like earlier I was getting goosebumps and whatnot, and I had the chills and just things like that. But now I feel absolutely fine. Like there's nothing going on. Alright, I guess I'll keep you guys posted on that. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Description below is a link to all sorts of stuff. Go check it out. You guys go off. Have yourself a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next episode. Alright, we got ourselves another update for the haunted Enfield situation. This thing is no longer cute, right? I know the camera's not on a tripod. I'm walking around here. But this thing is no longer cute. So I'm home alone right now, as of right now. And the girlfriend who lives here, I'm going to turn this on because things are happening again. The girlfriend that lives here, she wasn't home. And I heard her call me from one of the other rooms. Like her voice. I heard her call my name. And that's not cool. Oh, okay, that's a cat. Hi, cat. You scared me. But I heard her call my name from one of the other rooms. And I was alone like I am right now. And that's not cool. And what's crazy is that whenever I told her about that, she brought up how she heard me call her from one of the other rooms. Now, on top of that, in this particular bedroom that we're near right here, we had things get thrown in that room. It was some CDs that we have had sitting there for forever. What do you want? What do you want? Get out here. Cat wants to play. We had CDs that we had sitting there for forever, and they decided to take a tumble. So we have things moving, and we have voices that are not right. Like, if you're going to talk to me, don't mimic other voices, right? And so far we got nothing. We got nothing on this. It was flashing earlier, but now we got nothing. It comes in waves, guys. It really does come in waves. Oh my goodness, it's a kitten. Oh, me as a 200-pound, 6-foot man just got startled by a kitten. But anyway, on top of that, we're also seeing lights, like a lot of lights. And it's not like, at first we thought they were like traffic lights or something, cars moving outside, but they're like, how do I describe it? They're red lights. It's always a red light. And we see them in multiple parts of the house. It's no longer just whatever room that the infield is in. It is now in multiple parts of the house. Just this red light that pops up, right? And so far, nothing malicious. I don't think that anything is bad, but it certainly is weird, strange, freaky, and there are ways to deal with things like this. I'm not exactly gonna get into the process of, say, calm down, boys, calm down. The process of, say, cleansing and saging and smoking rosemary and things like that. And there's a bunch of stuff that goes into it. But we're not going to do that, at least not right now, because like I said, I don't think that whatever it is we're dealing with is malicious. But the red lights that we've seen, whenever we, like both me and my girlfriend have seen it, like separately and together, whenever we see it, most of the time it's just like on the wall. And that's what led us to believe maybe it's a car outside or something like that. But the other night we had it like pop up in the middle of the room. And nah, that's not a car light by any stretch of the imagination. So there's your update for the Enfield rifle, I guess, because this popped up. And now this is what we're dealing with. And guess what I got my disgusting little hands on? I got my disgusting little hands on an infrared camera that we're going to be exploring the house with, because apparently things pop up on other light spectrums and we might potentially see something. So I think I already did the outro for this particular video. The kitten seems to really want some attention. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? What do you want, huh? Alright, so I guess I'm going to go deal with him. Thanks for watching. Insert outro here that I've already done. I guess I'm going to go do whatever. Bye, guys. I just came into the room to put my camera back on the stand. I had that sitting over here, and now it's right there. There's no way that I would ever leave my tripod leaned out like that, because those things are fairly fragile and I don't want it to break and me have to get a new one. Like that, I had that tucked away over there safely, and now it's right there. Let me turn this thing on again. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, we got some flickerage. We got some flickerage. Hold on. I don't feel anything though. Hi everybody, how we doing? Are we gonna have more flickerage over here? Are we gonna have anything? No? Man, I wish that I was in here to see that, because that would have been something. Been a little while since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. The poor man's Garen. It's a shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.